Hi, Liviu. Thank you for being here today and thank you for your contribution.
Hi, nice to be here. I'm glad to participate.
Thank you. So I have two questions. And before that, just please share with us what's your experience as a technical lead or your experience in IT overall.
Okay, so I've been writing code for as long as I can remember. It was a passion of mine since I was like 7 years old in QBasic and Turbo Pascal and stuff like that. That was back then. This was my journey all the way up until now when I'm 35. I am a senior software engineer turned team leader and scrum master. I think I racked around 16 years of experience as a developer and as a technical person. I've been a TL and a scrum master, I think, over 5 years now. During this time, I managed to learn and adapt to any business environment and domain, and I've been successful in working on a variety of projects like geodetic surveying, media, TV, GIS, document scanning, European funds, and now I'm working in a domain called investigative analytics software.
What I hear is diversity, which is
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Ready
Yeah.
for the questions?
Sure. Let's do it.
So what do you wish you have known before you started your journey as a technical leader?
So much. But I think the most important thing that I really wish someone could tell me is, especially when I started my journey as a TL, is focused on the value of saying no often if that's the case. Because when I started, I thought that saying yes to everything was the key to success, right? I wanted to please my team, I wanted to please my stakeholders, but constantly saying yes can really and fast lead to burnout. On top of that, you'll have a lack of focus and or a decline in reputation. Now, in my case, I managed to avoid burnout barely while battling a continuous lack of focus in order to preserve my reputation. So this was a 3 demons inside. Now, that's actually the answer to the question. What I wish I had known was that saying no is just as important as saying yes. As a leader, you need to prioritize your commitments and say yes only to those things that actually align with your goals. Saying no actually can help you focus on the most important tasks and increase productivity. Now, being fair, novices, regarding of their age, will tend to prioritize gaining experience and opportunities. I did that, probably you did that, and everyone who will start in this domain needs to do that at some point. And they have to say yes more often because they want to learn and they want to grow. And we all want to do that and should do that. And that's okay. Do it. As a novice, it's important to seize opportunities and gain experience. But as you grow, try to understand that you are not God. You cannot make time. The time is limited. Therefore, you need to focus on quality and focus on doing things right. And the only way you can do that as a human being is at some point to focus on what makes you great and what you have on hand, and try to say no to everything else, because otherwise, well, I told in the start what the repercussions can be.
I got it. Thank you. I just posted something in regards to saying no, and there are a few steps. And the first one is, as you said, is the impact. If you don't start saying no to the things that are not aligned with the goals, then there is a big impact, which can be health, family. So, yeah.
Then we are in perfect sync.
Yeah, we are. So I get that this is also an advice for the ones who are starting, but I'm still going to ask you the question. So what advice do you have for those who are thinking of starting a journey as a technical lead or are just starting now?
It is my opinion that it is important to develop a growth mindset that actually values learning and gaining experiences. So as a TL, you need to be open to feedback, willing to learn from mistakes because you'll make them. And again, that's okay. It's a path. We are growing, we are learning. No one is born a team leader. And the whole focus should be on constantly seeking opportunities to grow. Now, you might have heard this 1,000 times, but I take it to heart, so I will say it again. When it comes to leadership, there's a big difference between being a manager and a leader. The role is team leader, not team manager. We have product managers, we have project managers, but when it comes to actually working with people directly, the role is called team or tech leader, okay? So a manager usually tells people what to do, expects good results. But on the other hand, a leader should lead by example. So it is my opinion that true leaders inspire and motivate their teams to do their best work by working alongside them. That was my, and it still is my secret to success, let's call it like that. I never watch myself from the top or watch a team from the top and have a out of body experience. I'm there, I'm rolling my sleeves, I'm getting my hands dirty, and I'm guiding and supporting the team every step of the way. And by doing this, I show the team that I am as committed as they are to the project, to the goal, and we are working side by side. So from my point of view, leadership is not only about showing how it's done or asking for things to be done. It's to be there in the trenches with the team. On top of that, or to build on that, there is an asterisk. It's also about having the right skills and experience to guide and support your team effectively. So you need to grow into the role, not demand the role or think that you should have it because of X, Y, and Z, right? The role should come naturally, and you should be, most of the time at least, the person that can effectively guide the team, especially if the role is a tech leader role rather than a team leader role. Because without this background and this information and time in the market and time in the trenches, even the best interactions can fall short. So that's generally my advice. And I can close with the idea that you don't need to, or you shouldn't neglect yourself. It's important for leaders to keep learning and grow themselves as they lead. And they need to invest in their own development to be able to provide guidance and support to their teams. And of course, to wrap it up and do a 360, as you grow and learn, you need to keep the previous point in mind. Because when you start to actually feel confident in your abilities, then you can start saying no. And don't worry, you need to remember one thing. You are not saying no to the person. You are saying no to the task. That's really important to keep in mind, right? You can go out for beers, be friends with the person that's asking you, talk with your boss, interact, or with your colleagues or your manager. No worries. You can be a great person in a day-to-day interaction and actually have a friendship relationship. And you don't have to feel bad when saying no, because again, I want to underline this as much as possible. You're saying no to the task, not to the person. And don't worry, in time you'll get good at it, and you can, and you will be able to underline the difference and reflect that when you do say no.
Thank you. As overall, I'm getting that it's to experience it, like being a technical lead, and stop and reflect on what's working, what's not working, how to guide the team, and be there with the team.
Yeah. Be there with the team and learn together from the team and together with the team and be a better version of yourself every day.
Yeah, the growth mindset. Just to mention for those who do not know, there is a book called Mindset, and then you can find out about the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. Find out more.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you so much. This was great. A lot of good
Thank you.
ideas here. So thank you for today and have a great evening.
Thank you too. Always a pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.